Hello again and welcome back. It's been some time since I've done a daily trade recap. I was putting them off, was going to go through all the old ones, but lazy. Oh, no. And that's why we need to do them every day because it's so easy not to do them. And it's hard to come back and compound all of those as, doing it in general is, enough work for me. However, we're going to do them earlier on in the day. And the reason why I fell off is I really started to focus in on the GameStop content. I'm sure you've seen that as it performs way better, which is fine. I mean, you're just focused on GameStop. I get it. Personally, I love to learn how to trade and hone in on that skill set and craft to perfect it, at least further it down that path, right? So today we are we're here early. We might miss out on some afternoon plays, but maybe I'll touch on those tomorrow, right? First things first is SOPA on the list. Now, this originally, when I seen it, I didn't see the news. I just seen, last night, this is doing its thing. Well, it's been Friday evening, right? And then this morning it gaps up, right? And then I see this here, right? I'm up a little earlier than I should be, but, it continues, right? We have trend continuation, and then it holds trend, holds trend, holds trend, right? That 50 is acting as support, and then we can make our own trend line here, at which point we get a clean break of VWAP with a break of structure here, right? So we take entry on that break of structure. Our stop loss is below the order block. This would have been, because of that break of structure, a bullish order block formed right here. And then our stop loss is A, below VWAP, B, below the trend line, C, below the order block. And that gives us a perfect entry model, at which point we go 1-to-1, 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, and 5-to-1, getting all of our orders filled, scaling out entirely, right? Selling, that 75%, another 5%, another 5%, and then, our final fives, right? For 55% on the peak of the move, my final sell was 35%, right? So not always getting the full move, but getting a piece of the pie, right? Like we weren't in this perfectly, you could have been in this earlier, right? But we're not. But we have an entry model here that we're comfortable with. We can manage our risk. We know how to size in, and then we scale out along the way to protect the position. Yeah, not so shabby. And then, this afternoon, it's kind of holding. So that's not bad. The news here did come out a little bit afterwards where it was like earnings, I guess, and they have revenue growth 46% on the year. That's fine. And then IPOs are driving its valuation. I don't even see earnings. Oh, it was like the other day? That's like months ago. That can't be it. I'm sure it's just not showed up on TradingView, right? Just fresh news. Anyways, moving away from that, we have Femi up next. Now, I seen this right away. I just didn't play it because it's a penny stock, and well, I hate penny stocks. 30 cents the other day, right? As soon as I seen this, I'm just like, no, why? Oh yeah, you want me to buy it $1? No, I think not. I'll just watch it, right? We got the eyes there. If you're unfamiliar, scaling out is what the scales are for, and then our runners, and then we've met going to London, and meeting the Queen. Which is kind of weird these days, but it's just the pattern I play by. So yeah, we're watching Femi. No news here. There's a morning reversal signal though, which was pretty groovy, right? Because we did see it continue, right? And then we see the trend hold here, and then the reversal signal with a key level breakout. It finally reclaims VWAP, particularly in this bunch of candles here. It was kind of choppy here, right? So I get that you're not taking entry there. You could have, your stop loss would be the same no matter where you take it along this journey. But here would have been like, okay, I got to get in on this, right? Reversal, key level breakout, which is VWAP, and this whole section of candles, to be honest, is nice entries. And then scalp it up. We didn't take it. It's already up so much, but that is an entry model that you could have definitely played off of just to show you what that would have looked like. Say you got a pretty bad entry. Here's your stop loss, and you still get a 1-to-1, and it went all the way to 2.5. That's a good trade. That's not bad. We just didn't take it because I didn't like it, right? You don't have to like everything. Again, here, we got a potential key level breakout here, a buy side liquidity being invalidated. So some fresh buy orders here, some potential stop losses here from short sides, buy orders on long sides via the market structure shift and the invalidation of a bearish order block formed bullish breaker block. Let's see how that goes here. So there's a couple things going on, but again, I don't have to play this. I don't want to play it, but technically speaking, it is moving, and that is how you would play it. LITM up next. This had some lithium news, which has been. That's not the right ticker. It's been a hot topic, and we got stopped out on it this morning. -7%. They're not all winners. We had the news pop. The VWAP breakdown reclaim. I was trying to just play it tight with this candle as our stop here, right? No dice, stopped out immediately. Tried it again on this VWAP reclaim. We get a quick 1-to-1, 2-to-1 for 5.5%, trying to mitigate that loss earlier, but it's not much. And, potential trend line here that does break and even breaks the 200 and, just it is what it is. So, womp, womp, womp. Again, they can't all be winners. Sometimes you can come back, right? Because lots of times you get stopped out here, but then it comes back and rips and you got to re-enter. So it's okay to re-enter. Just make sure you continue to manage that risk each time you do. AMD had news with OpenAI going from 165 to 230. That's crazy. If you had calls for this, GG's. Very, very nice move pre-market. That is insano in the braino. ONMD. ONMD was a nice play today. They had headline news with Palantir. It's kind of fluff news, but the market takes it. We were up early enough that we could slap the news pop, which is so awesome, right? Our stop loss is just below the breakdown wick, and we're getting in on that VWAP reclaim preemptively, not waiting for the candle to close, just because the headline had Palantir in the name, right? And this was like a 50 million stock at the time with, mega cap stock news, which is great. It is fluff because it's they're selecting Palantir. It's not like Palantir selected them or anything. It's like when NVIDIA runs, when a company runs because they mentioned NVIDIA in their press release saying, oh, we bought NVIDIA chips, well, isn't that just better for NVIDIA? But sometimes the market picks it up and runs with it. That's fine. And, we do get a nice 5-to-1 risk here. If you didn't get your exits out here, you could have got them easily in the morning, and it continued to run up to 125%. My last exit was at 50%. I don't always get the full move. If this continues to run, I've got levels at 330 and a secondary gap at 540 to 580 or 590, but it's just it's not real news, right? It's not good enough for me to risk the biscuit. I was originally targeting the bottom band of the gap, but it is what it is, and we don't always get the full move. Just get a piece of the pie. Do that consistently, right? While managing your risk, and just don't get hurt. SPRB had some FDA Breakthrough Therapy Designation for whatever that is. Something, and wow, what is going on here? This is fresh off the press. That is a massive gap up. Holy Toledos. And we were looking at this earlier. Wow. So it was low daily average volume. Look at the daily average volume here, 43K. And look at the current daily volume, 4 million. And you'll see it's the disparagement between those two numbers that give you the parabolic potential, which we're now seeing play out. This stock this morning was $8. We're now at $66. Wow. I know a lot of people who were adding this morning, and I didn't because I was like, well, I've done well enough for myself today. I don't need to chase it. It's just FDA breakthrough designation. It's not, it's not phase 3 results or anything. But again, it's the underlying mechanics. It's the low daily average, and now the influx of new volume, which is driven by a catalyst. Right here, the news is the catalyst. And that is the only pattern I like to repeat. You'll hear me say, oh, I don't like China, or oh, I don't like penny stocks. That's because this is the pattern I like. A low daily average with an influx of volume that hits it fresh, typically driven by a catalyst. And then, it's just GG's on the whole thing. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Let's see where this ends up tomorrow. And that is it. So up 648% currently. Do you think we can get 1,000 on SPRB? Wow, wheeze, that's impressive. And ONMD, a nice second for us. Missing out on some of the plays today, but still getting a healthy piece of the pie. So leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, have a magical day, and I'll see you soon in the next.